Hello guys, I just woke up. It's not that late, honestly. I woke up at 10 and then I went back to sleep, and then now it's 11. And now I just did some like aimless scrolling a little bit. But hello everyone and welcome to I was supposed to film, I have to film an intro. That's what I need to do. I need to start a to-do list, but I'm lazy to, I'll do that later. Okay, welcome to, I have half of my makeup done, eyebrows, and
stop it, get some help.
And welcome to this get ready with me. I do not feel like standing up, so I'm gonna do it here, my kitchen counter. Well, not my kitchen counter, but yeah, I get what I mean. I went to the beach yesterday. Burned. So I need to go buy aloe vera. I don't know if I should be saying this online. I have a date. This really cute Greek guy who found me at a museum drawing. Guys, I was drawing, sketching. Him and like this other sweet girl came up to me and were talking to me, and they were like super friendly, and like it was good energy. And sorry, I just readjusted you. He was like, oh, do you want to go to another museum? And I was like, oh, I don't know if this is a date or if we're being, I don't know. I have to be there at 3. What does one do when you like, is this a date? I don't know if it's a date because he's not being flirty, or he hasn't even said that I'm good looking. But he's so sweet, and he was like, I'll text you tomorrow. And it was funny because he was like, oh my gosh, if I open his message, I'm gonna have to respond. I don't want to respond right now. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna read the text. I don't even care. He's like, hey. 3 Ys, friend. He texted first, and he's like, how's your days going? And then I said literally days, so his English is a little bit, it's fine. So I'm like, hey, it's going good, you? And he's like, I'm very good. I have a free week from work, so I'm trying to fit as many things I can as possible to do. Ha 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 ha. I was thinking if you could go out maybe tomorrow. Keep in mind, this is yesterday, Sunday. I want to go to another museum, and I was wondering if you want to join. And I said I extended my trip until July 3rd here in Greece, because I did. And sure, I definitely want to join. Which one? And he replied to, I extended my trip until July 3rd. And he's like, you liked Greece that much? Ha 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 ha. And then I asked which one, and he told me the museum. I'm still sleepy, oh my gosh. And I'm like, yeah, I love Greece. Okay, you said tomorrow, what time? Keep in mind, I responded like an hour after, and then he responded 2 hours after. Then I was like, that looks like intentional. But I'm gonna assume he was, I don't know, you never know. It was also in the afternoon, like like early evening. So he's like, maybe around 2 or 3, is that good for you, question mark? And I was like, oh my gosh. Not me shocked, because this man is asking, like, I don't know. He's like, guys, he's so good looking. I'm talking the blonde hair, blue eyes, and I'm just like on the floor. You guys know, okay, if you guys don't know me, well, hello, my name is Isa. My real name is Asela, but I have a thing for like white boys, even though my ex was not white. It was like a, I don't know, I'm versatile, as in I think I just need them to be a good person. Okay, it's not that. I've actually thought about this. Because I genuinely feel after my last relationship, healing in grace with Esau, I've definitely leaned more outside of my culture to date and get to know people, and have disregarded my own culture after that. I think it was because I got heartbroken really badly that I was like, guys, I can't do this again. The Mexican men are just not it. No, bye-bye. I tried. So then I'm like, of course, my pure Mexican bloodline seeing me go on a date with a Greek man. At least he's asking if it's convenient for me, you know? So we're moving on from that subject.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I'm like, where's perfect for me? And then he said, perfect then. We keep in touch tomorrow. I will send you in the morning. I was like, okay, I think I understand what you're saying. It just, probably use Google Translate for that one. Won't lie to you. And then he texted today. 9 in the morning, which I woke up at 10. He's like, hey, good morning. And hey with 3 Y's. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm like, hey, good morning. And I posted that I was at a bar yesterday. I went to go get a drink, a rum punch. I'm over the age of 21, YouTube. And he said, which bar was that? I think I've never been. Oh, I didn't answer that question. I should probably answer. He's like, also, for us today, are you down for 3? And I'm like, yes, 3 works well. And then I'm like, seriously, the drinks are okay. It's nothing special, you don't need to worry. I didn't answer the name. He's like, see you outside at the blank station at 3. If you Google it, it will be easy. Yeah, and then he just told me that he just worked at a bunch of bars. Now I have to respond to that message. Bye. So, yeah. I think, I don't know. Guys, I don't know. If you're a makeup brand and you're seeing this video, please send me a mascara. Because this one is on its last leg. But I'm actually, oh my gosh, I don't know if I sent it to her. Oh well, I'm looking at the viewfinder if you guys are wondering. So that's pretty good. And then I was walking yesterday, so that was the first encounter that I had yesterday with the guy actually being genuinely, at least showing that he was interested in me and putting an effort. Then I had another one named Lorenzo that happened when I was literally a mid like revelation that I hadn't thought of, like Mr. Almost Perfect. I was like, guys, I was like, spirit guys, ancestors, guardian angel. I haven't thought, hey, my name's Lorenzo. I was like, oh. Is that confirmation, guys, that I've moved on? So yeah, and then I got his Instagram, and he's actually really good looking. He asked for my age. I was like, do I look young?
One eternity later.
I don't know what this is. It's tiny though. But I like the fact that it's tiny because it fits in my purse, and I'm known for taking smaller purses than what I actually need. I'm that type of girl. Yup. I'm not mad about, I think I'm gonna go get yogurt and then I'm gonna go walk. Probably the same coffee shop that I've been going to, because I found a really good coffee shop, and like, I don't know about you guys, but once I find something that I really love, I don't let it go. You cannot catch me letting it go. I will not let it go. You can nudge me, you can push me, I'm not letting it go. So those sirens are like, girl, yeah, we know. It's the longest siren I've ever heard here. Yawning every 5 seconds, girl. Go back to sleep. No. But yeah, guys, I have finally found, I guess, peace. Because yesterday I actually had a really good day with myself, which was a first. Because there's moments where I can't sit still. And I've diagnosed ADHD, but I haven't been taking my med because 1, I'm not doing anything. I'm not studying. 3, I don't want to become dependent on my medication. And I am gearing up to make a career change that's going to require a test for an entrance exam. I was initially going to do medicine. So I took my MCAT, applied the cycle, and I was going to go straight in. 3 weeks into Rome, I realized that that's not me. So that was a major, huge realization that I made on the 3rd day of Rome. This feels like I'm not gonna be able to be me. And I say that with the utmost respect to the version of myself that loved medicine a lot, because I know what medicine meant for her, what it meant to me at one point. And not that I stopped caring about people, because I do still care about others deeply, and that's just how I'm wired, and that's okay. I'm very like soft. In a world that tries to harden you up, I think it's very difficult to remain soft and have a good heart and not close off. But I've somehow managed to, I did close off for a bit. Like a couple, I want to say like a year, 2 years, maybe a little more. But I'm using this Anastasia Beverly Hills in the color, I can't read this, it's Albany, and yeah, it's like, that's the, I don't know the name. Really good though. I also have their pencil too, but I've been using this because they look more natural. I've been going with like a natural look, especially because it's hot and gross. Also, these are the sizes of the stuff, so it's very, it doesn't really take up a lot of space. So with that being said, let me go back to what I was saying. I definitely I realized that at that moment that I was like, this is not me anymore. And 1, I was happy that I made that realization before I'd already accepted an offer, but before I didn't even but they waived my fees and stuff, so I was like, oh, okay. So anyways, I didn't actually send the email rejecting the offer until a week ago. So I landed in Rome May 16th. By May 19th, I already knew that medicine was something that I did not want to pursue or follow through with at that point, even though it had been my entire life at that point. And instead I decided that I wanted to figure myself out and figure what I love, especially viewing my life outside of a lens of just surviving and just going with the flow and just clocking in for work, doing homework, and maybe talking to my mom that day, if not even talking to her, because that's how bad our schedules were, where some days I didn't even see my mom. And then being like irritated and moody and just in constant routine with no stillness, with no ability for me to sit here with my thoughts. So I wanted to know who I was without the background noise, without dealing with the heartbreak, without dealing with the man, without not even necessarily like friends too, because I went, and Rome has, I've always said this, Rome felt like a little gateway. It felt like a womb space where I was able to figure myself out, figure out what I want to do, who I am, and then from there figure out what I wanted to do. So I didn't make any strong decisions about my future, not until the day I left for Rome, which was June 18th. So keep in mind, I waited like a month before I sent an email rejecting the seat, basically declining it. With that in mind, I then decided to figure myself out and figure out who I am without distractions, without the background noise, right? We've said this. And it was a month of that. And it was a very, 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 very beautiful month. It was painful. I cried. I did open up. I cracked open like an egg in Rome. Friends reached out, especially Justina and Patty, shout out to them. But it was just them, like, and we weren't texting every day. I was, they know. I know that those girls know. Like, they know my struggles with, I guess, mental health, and especially how bad it's been, because I started therapy this year. And they know. So I think a part of them was relieved that I was finally happy, because I would periodically hop in the group chat and be like, hey guys, because we have a 3-person group chat, I'm good, I'm fine, I miss you. They'd be like, how's Rome? And I'd be like, it's great. It makes me want to cry, because they're so lenient with me, and they're like, it's like I can go in a corner and reflect on my life and go away and do the inner work and just, you know, maybe not be the best friend that is asking you how you are every day, but like, I'll go back and I'll talk to them and I'll be like, hey guys, like, how are you, how's your life? And they'll be like, with open arms and with so much love, and that makes me cry. So they do mean the world to me. I was studying abroad, so I felt like I was in a shell the whole time. I would talk to people, but people wouldn't click. I was very selective, which I'm very grateful for, but I did make one really good friend. I want to say, I would consider 3 people, at least 2 of them I know were friends, maybe because of location and proximity, but I know that one of them is really, really solid. Her name is McKaylee, and we traveled together. We went to Paris and Barcelona. She was just there, and almost a very like soothing presence. And we're still texting, and we're friends. I think that this is gonna be like a friendship where we text every so often, not every day. Maybe right now it's every day because we just stopped seeing each other, but it's probably gonna transition to something that's not every day. So that's the tea. I'm okay mentally. I did a lot of growth in Rome. Rome was the place that cracked me open, and I will always say that. I think I'm gonna move this over here. And I say that not lightly at all, because I realized also that I had a passion for something differently. Now, if you know me, you know that for the past year, I've not known what I want to do. Like, I know that, oh, medicine was a path. Like, I felt that because I worked so hard for this, because I took the MCAT, because I have told the entire world that I was going to be a doctor, that now I have to follow through. I was in Rome thinking, no, this is actually not what I want. I really don't care what others think. I'm not under the pressures right now of even family, where if I go seek advice with my mom would probably be like, well, that's a 180. And as much as her reaction would be like, well, it's your life, it's your decision, it would still be like, I would still feel almost obligated to push through, not just for myself, but I think being away from her and being away from family, not saying that she pushes anything upon me, she doesn't. I would feel like it's an obligation. And because of that, being a little bit away and studying abroad was almost like a little breath of fresh air, where I was, okay, well, my mom says it all the time, like, I trust you to make decisions on your own and about your future, and I can't decide for you. And I was there in Rome, like, okay, well, my mom keeps saying that she trusts me with my future and to make decisions on my own, but I don't trust myself to make decisions on my own. That's why I keep going back to her and asking her, almost like I want her to shed light on a path that I should be shedding light on myself. So I cried because I had to let go of a dream that helped me survive so many years. Mourned so many different parts of myself in Rome. I cried. Like, the first week I was crying. I was like, ah, like. And then I realized what I wanted to do. And it was always there. And the path had just soothed itself out, but I decided to switch to law. And the reason why I decided to switch to law, especially after being pre-med and almost literally stepping in the door, was I wanted not to just treat a patient and its symptoms and their symptoms, of course. I wanted to treat a system and not help one person, but help a community. It's a different look, it's a different humanitarian work, if that's the word. But I've seen a lot of injustices maybe happen a bit, where I'm just like, oh, well, this wouldn't happen if we had a lawyer that knew a little bit about healthcare. And I've worked as a pharmacy technician. I've seen people not be able to afford. Okay, sorry, I don't know why it cut off. I think there's a limit on how much you can record on this thing. But basically what I was saying is I've seen people not be able to afford medication that they need. And to me, that's a little bit, that definitely hits a bone. And I've seen people having to choose between medication and whether they can buy something for their kid as well. So because I've witnessed that, and I think working at the pharmacy, I also thought about becoming a pharmacist. Like I could have done that. I decided to just not necessarily pursue anything in healthcare anymore, but use the knowledge that I already have by experience, and also, you know, through my bachelor's degree, to focus on like healthcare policy, because I have worked at, you know, the low ranks of the healthcare system. So I've seen the system literally from the ground, being no one. So I that's where the passion came from. It's a little bit like, girl, this is a complete 180. Which I feel like it's not. I feel like a lot of people transition from healthcare to, or from medicine to law, or from law to medicine. But that's my purpose, that's my why, and I'm at peace when I say that. And there's a stillness where it's, I know that this is what I want to do genuinely now, because I had time to reflect and sit with myself that maybe I didn't have later, or you know, back then. So that's a little life update. What else can I update you guys on? Well, that does mean that I do have to start prepping for the LSAT, and after this, that's exactly what I'm gonna start doing. Fun fact. I have a tablet, and I'm just gonna try to download like a book or buy a book, do logic games, and honestly sit down and realize what the LSAT actually tests and what skills I need to improve on. And it doesn't seem like a, maybe I'm big. I need to be careful with my words here. I need to be careful with how I say this. It doesn't feel like a mountain that I have to climb over. It feels like a hill, which is weird because when I was with medicine, I felt like I was always doing like an upstream swim, and with this one it seems like a downstream swim, as in like my body, specifically with my body, it feels, and my mind feels like this is something that I want to do, that we can tackle, that this isn't gonna, so this isn't something that I have to force myself to want to do. It's something that I don't want to say being called to, because that sounds almost cliche, like, oh my gosh, this is your fate, this is prophecy, and it takes away from free will. But I feel like this is something different and something good, because I don't know if you can read right now my energy, but it's very calm. Yeah. I'm currently doing braids. I'm gonna leave my hair down today, but I'm gonna make a bunch of braids. So yeah, I'm definitely peaceful now, after letting you guys know that. I didn't know anyone an explanation, but it felt like a relief to talk to someone, even if it's online and no one really watches, because it was a big transition in a short amount of time. And I did send the email out recently saying I declined the seat, and I said it literally on my flight here to Greece, and they just wished me good luck. So I don't know, this is very vulnerable. I don't know if I want to post this. Fun fact. But yeah. Yeah, this is me actually being very vulnerable, so this is a little difficult for me to post. This is gonna be difficult for me to even wanna click post. Besides that, there's nothing else that I can really update you guys. Rome was a great experience. That was like the biggest breakthrough, that and also finding myself. Greece has been a little different, where it's like now I just have to integrate whatever I've learned and just actually put it in application. It's been a lot of learning here too. Learning about, I guess, my skill set would be the best way to put it, and my ability to know who I am and when to say no and all that. Like, my boundaries are being pushed a little bit. This is a little testing zone. So yeah, Well guys, thank you for coming along to this yapping session. Obviously, I don't know if you guys, I feel like I'm like, who watches this, like, who am I talking to? Bum 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 bum. Obviously YouTube, I'm just my digital diary. That's what it is. So yeah, I'm probably gonna film a quick video today getting ready, or like 2 little clips like I did yesterday, because those were, I actually remembered to do clips all day, so that was a first. So I'm gonna do that again. And yeah, I just need to do, I want to say like maybe 1 or 2 braids over here on the side. Yeah guys, so that's my little truth of the day, little quick yapping session. I'm gonna let you guys go, but before I let you guys go, I'm gonna give you a view of Greece, of Athens specifically. It's a beautiful so yeah, I'll talk to you guys on the next rant. I have to do a bunch of editing from Rome, all the clips from Rome and Barcelona and Paris, but I think Greece right now is just gonna come out first because that's what my body wants to put out. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Take care, and with much love.